Welcome to my YouTube channel. I am Shlok Kulkarni, and in this video lecture we are going to continue solving next questions from scale chapter Oxford General Navigation book. In the previous video lecture I solved first two main questions from this chapter. In this video lecture we are going to continue solving the next new questions. So let's start with question number 3. So just a second. Yeah. The representative fraction of a chart is given as 1 by 10 lakh. What is the chart length of a line representing Earth distance of 50 kilometers? Give your answer in centimeter and inches. It is similar to previous questions that we have solved. So over here, representative fraction is given to us, which is 1 divided by 10 lakh. So 1 by 10 6. Earth distance is equal to 50 kilometers. We have to find out chart distance. Now representative fraction equals to chart distance upon Earth distance, right? So representative fraction is 1 by 10 6. Chart distance unknown, Earth distance is 50 kilometer. Cross multiply, you get chart distance equals to 50 kilometer divided by 10 raised to 6. Now we want a final answer in centimeter and inches. Let's start with centimeter first. So convert 50 kilometer in the numerator into corresponding centimeter. Now 50, 1 kilometer is 1000 meter. So 50 into 1000, and 1 meter is 100 centimeters. So convert 1000 meter into centimeter. So multiply by 100. Divide by 10 raised to 6. So chart distance will be equal to 3, 4, 5, 6. So everything gone. So chart distance will be equal to 5 centimeter. Simple. Now let's convert this 5 centimeter into corresponding inches. Now we know that 1 inch is equal to 2.54 centimeter. So 5 centimeter will be equal to how many inches? So it will be equal to 5 divided by 2.54. So 5 divided by 2.54 is 1.96 approximately 2. So 1.96 inches. So these two are your final answers, 5 centimeter and 1.96 inch. Next question. Is this scale larger or smaller than the one used in question 2 above? Now in question 2, the scale was 1 divided by 5 lakhs. Right, so 1 divided by 5 lakh in question 2. In question 3, that is in this particular question, the scale was 1 divided by, that is 10 lakh. So obviously look at the denominator. In question 2 it was 5 lakh, in question 3 it is 10 lakh. So when denominator is more than the denominator in another scale, so more larger denominator means small scale. Just remember this. Okay, small scale, and smaller denominator means large scale. So it's a fact. Remember this. So is this scale larger or smaller than the one used in question 2 above? This particular scale, that is 1 divided by 10 lakh, is smaller than the 1 divided by 5 lakhs. Next, question number 4. On a chart, 5 centimeters represents 7 nautical miles. Give the scale of this chart as a representative fraction. So we have to find out representative fraction, meaning we have to find out scale. Chart distance is 5 centimeter. Earth distance is 7 nautical miles. So representative fraction will be how much? Representative fraction will be equal to chart distance upon earth distance. Chart distance is 5 centimeter. Earth distance is 7 nautical mile. Convert denominator 7 nautical mile into corresponding centimeter. Our goal is to bring both numerator and denominator units in sync, that is same. So 5 centimeter divided by 7. 1 nautical mile is 1852 meters, so multiply by 1852, and meter is into meter to centimeter. So 1 meter is 100 centimeter. So 1852 multiply by 100. So 5 centimeter divided by 7 into 1852 into 100, that is 1296400 centimeter. Now let's bring 1 in the numerator. To achieve that, we will have to divide numerator and denominator by 5. So 5 divided by 5 is 1. So 1 divided by, now this value, that is 1296400 divided by 5 is equal to 259er 280. So your final answer is this, 2,59,280. Okay, so select the option which is closest to this, maybe 2,60,000. Okay, so yeah, next. Bravo. Determine the distance in inches on this chart, which would represent the distance flown by aircraft in 5 minutes at a speed of 156 knots. So here we have to use the same scale that we have found in this particular sub question, that is 1 divided by 2,60,000, let's say. And with this scale, we have to find chart distance in inches. Earth distance is not given to us directly, but we have been given time and speed. We know that distance equal to, that is earth distance equals to speed into time. So we will derive that value from these two elements. So earth distance is equal to speed into time. Speed is 156 knots. Time is 5 minutes. Convert this minutes into hours. So divide by 60. 156 into 5 by 60 is 13. So the earth distance is 13 nautical mile. Representative fraction is 1 divided by 1,259,280. And now chart distance. So chart distance equals to, after cross multiplication, earth distance divided by representative fraction. Okay. So earth distance is 13 nautical mile. We divide by 259,280. So chart distance equals to representative fraction multiplied by earth distance. Okay, it's not divide, it's multiplied by representative fraction. So I'll just next. We want our final answer to be in inches. So let's convert nautical mile into inch. So 13 into 1852, that becomes meter, into 100 becomes centimeter. And we know that to convert centimeter into corresponding inches, we have to divide by 2.54. 1 inch is 2.54 centimeter. So 1 centimeter will be how many inches? Cross multiply 1 divided by 2.54. So we are going to divide this by 2.54, and then in denominator we already have this value 259,280. So chart distance will be equal to, first calculate numerator, 13 into 1852 into 100, which is 2407600. 2.54 into 259,280 is 65,658. 571. Now do the division. 2407 600 divide 658571, which is 3.6 inch. So our final answer is 3.6 inches. Okay. Question 5. On a chart where 14.8 centimeters is equal to 20 nautical miles on the ground, give the chart scale as a representative fraction. Now chart scale will be equal to chart distance upon earth distance, right? So chart distance is what? 14.8 centimeter. Earth distance is equal to 20 miles on the ground. Substitute the values. You get 14.8 centimeter divided by 20 nautical miles. So 14.8 centimeter, 20 into 1852 meter into 100 centimeter. So 14.8 divided by 20 into 1852 into 100. That is 374,000. Okay. Now bringing 1 in the numerator, we divide both numerator and denominator by 14.8. So you get your final answer will be 1 divided by 250,270. Okay, 250,270. So your scale will be equal to this value, 2,50,270. Simple. Next, sub question Bravo. Determine the length in inches on this chart, which would represent the distance flown by aircraft in 9 minutes at a speed of 185 knots. So time is 9 minutes and speed is 185 knots. So distance will be equal to speed into time. So 185 into 9 divided by 60. 185 into 9 divided by 60 is equal to 27.75 nautical mile. This is nothing but your earth distance, right? So earth distance is nothing but 27.75 nautical mile. Representative fraction is 1 divided by 250,270. 250,270. So your chart distance will be equal to representative fraction multiplied by earth distance. So earth distance is 27.75 nautical miles and representative fraction is 250,270. Let's convert this nautical mile into inches. So 27.75 into 1852 meter into 100 centimeter. Then converting centimeter into inches, you divide by 2.54. So divide by 2.54 into 250,270. So chart distance will be equal to 27.75 into 1852 into 100, which is 5,139,300, divided by 2.54 into 250,270, 635,685.8. So approximately 635,686. Let's divide numerator 5,139,300 divided by 635,686. You get your answer in 8.08 inch or 8.1 inches. Simple. So this is how you do this particular question. Next, question 6 will do. On a chart 1 centimeter is 3.5 kilometers. What is the scale? So chart distance is 1 centimeter. Earth distance is 3.5 kilometer. So representative fraction will be how much? Representative fraction will be equal to chart distance upon earth distance, 1 centimeter divided by 3.5 kilometer, that is equal to 1 centimeter divided by 3.5 into 1000 meter into 100 centimeter. So 1 divided by 3.5 into 1000 into 100, that is 350, 1, 2, 3. So this is your final answer. 3,50,000 is your scale. What is the length in inches which would represent distance flown in 4 minutes at a speed of 204 kilometers per hour? It's not knots, it is kilometer per hour. So pay attention to the unit. So your earth distance will be equivalent to speed into time. Speed is 204 kilometer per hour. Time is 4 minutes, so 4 by 60. So 204 into 4 divided by 60 is 13.6 kilometers. So earth distance is 13.6 kilometer. Representative fraction is 1 divided by 3,50,000. So chart distance will be equal to your earth distance into representative fraction. So chart distance will be equal to earth distance 13.6 kilometers divided by 3,50,000. Now we want a final answer to be in inches. So convert kilometer into inch. 13.6 into meters into centimeter divide by 2.54 into 350,000. So chart distance is 13.6 into 1000 into 100, that is 136, 123, 2.54 into 350,000, that is 889,123. So chart distance is 1360,123 divided by 889,123 which is 1.529 inch. Okay, 1.529, 1.53 inch. So this is your final answer. That's it. With this, we come to the end of this lecture. I hope you have understood all the questions I have done in this particular video lecture. And with this video lecture, we have finished solving all the questions from this chapter. So it just took 2 lectures to solve all the questions from this chapter. If you have not watched the first video lecture, do watch it. Watch this video as well. Practice BALI scale questions and Keith Williams questions. I'll definitely make video lectures on them and upload to my YouTube channel. To get notification as and when I do that, do subscribe to this channel and don't forget to share this video with your friends. Thank you for your time. All the best.